Hey there, kings and queens. I'm coming at you today with a eyebrow tutorial, and I will be using my eyebrow tattoo studio pomade in the shade of deep brown. And I'll also be using my black gel liner that I mixed together because my pomade is very light on me, so I use that to make it a little darker. I'll also be using this brush that came with my Maybelline Tattoo Studio pomade. Um, to start off, I brush my brows in an upward position, like so I can get underneath my brows. So I'll know exactly where my brow line starts. That way, when I go into the next step of going directly underneath and drawing a line underneath my brow, I won't be drawing them on too thick. So next, I'm going to dip into both of these and draw a line directly underneath my brow. So this way, when making sure that I'm following my natural eyebrow line, I don't have very thick brows. And I go on top and I do the exact same thing directly on top of my brows. And then I go in and fill in my brow. And I make sure that I use upward strokes to look like actual hairs instead of a drawn on eyebrow. So this way it makes it look a little bit more natural. For my next step, I will be using LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade of Toast. And I will be putting this directly above and beneath my brow. I use this to clean up, let's say if my brow is too thick or I don't like how it's not arched enough. This is what I use that for. So after that, I go in with my concealer brush and I try to blend in as much as possible. You do not want your concealer to be too light because in the event of that happening, you will look very, very pale. So make sure your concealer is only a couple of shades lighter than you. Next, I'm going to go in with my True Complexion contour palette and dip into the darker shade and make sure I go underneath and above my brow right where I placed my concealer just to make it look a little bit more of my complexion. So that way I don't look too light in those areas and it looks more naturally like my brow. Next, we're going to dip into my foundation and we're going to repeat the same steps that we just did with the contour. This is basically serves the same purpose that my contour just did, is to make it look a little bit more natural and look like it's actually my brow instead of makeup. After finishing that brow, I decided that I wanted to show you a different and simpler way of drawing your brow on. This only requires a shadow or a powder that matches your brow color. And this is very simple because the only thing I used was this. I use my James Charles palette because it's very pigmented, so I did not have to use as much or dip it into it as much. But as you can see, I'm just filling in my brow. I will say that this brow took way less time than the other one, simply because I only had to do one step instead of dipping back and forth into two different colors, and this one just was simple. But after doing that, I basically repeated the same steps as I did with the other brow with concealer and my contour powder. And after applying both of those, you could still see some lines of my makeup, so I just went in and cleaned those up a little bit so you couldn't tell as much. To all of my amateur or beginning makeup artists out there, I would definitely suggest using the eyeshadow because it's way cheaper and easier. And once you get good with that, I would suggest moving on to the pomade because mine cost $7. And I really feel like it is a waste for you to try to start with that. It's not as easy as it may look. You always have to start over and just really have a patient hand. So if you're just now starting off with this, I would suggest using the shadow. That is my eyebrow tutorial for you guys, all completed. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that it was helpful. I hope that you was able to see everything because I know my lighting sucks, and if not, then I'm still gonna post this one, but I'll post another one with better lighting hopefully soon. Well, yeah. um yeah, so make sure you guys comment down below and let me know like if it was helpful or not. Tell me which brow you like better, because I know some people might not be able to tell the difference and I can. I personally like the one that I'm kind of got the same results out of both. They both look really good, don't get me wrong. But I like this one better because I don't know. But yes, comment down below and let me know which eye you like better. So which technique you feel like would be right for you. So yes, I will see you guys later. I love you. Bye.